What's going on, Growth Street? My name is Darsh, and we are live in New York City, asking strangers what they do for a living, how they got there, and their best advice to young professionals like yourself. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get it. So, what do you do, and how long have you been doing it for?
So I lead intern and analyst experience for a financial services firm
And how long have you been in this industry for?
for 2 decades.
Oh my God, wow, so you've been doing it for a long time. So how did you get into this space in the first time?
All right, I'm going to really date myself. I applied for a role in the newspaper.
Wow, okay. Haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Right. But no, I just applied for an opening and have been at the company for a very long time. And
And what do you love most about your job?
that I get to influence the experience for our young people. So financial services industry's been the same.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about some of the innovative ways that, our interns and early career graduates are thinking about. I have an opportunity to influence all of that.
And for young people right now who are looking to get into a space like you, helping interns, helping lead people, what advice do you have for college students or people who just graduated right now to be in the position or get to where you are today?
Try a little bit of everything. You're not going to start where you end.
Yeah.
So you might have to do some things that you don't really like,
Yeah.
but it'll help you find what you really love.
What's the best advice that you've ever gotten or received that you want to share with the world?
Okay, I'm going to give you a quote that my 4th grade teacher gave me that has really stayed with me for my entire life.
Yeah.
It's good, better, best. Never shall we rest until your good becomes your better and your better becomes your best.
So what do you do and how long have you been doing it for?
I'm a sales manager for a research advisory technology company.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that for about 15 years, but I was an electrical engineering graduate before that.
Oh wow, so how did you go from electrical engineering to sales right now?
It was all about, understanding what the customer needs are
Yeah.
and trying to find a way to help them the most. So I did a lot of work, helping them with implementing their technologies, and now I'm helping them build teams to
Okay.
do the same.
And what have you learned the most in your 15-year career doing this so far?
It's all about the people. Build good teams with good people.
Yeah. What's the best advice you ever got from a mentor or a person who was your boss or someone in charge?
Never forget, it's all about the customer.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good day.
You got it.
What's going on, man? My name's Darsh. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Eric.
Hey, Eric. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Just chilling by the fountain right now, hanging out?
Taking a lunch.
Nice. So I was going to ask you, so what do you do and how long have you been doing it for?
I'm an attorney. Been working at the law firm for about a year.
And what law firm do you work for?
I work for Barish and McGarry.
How did you get this opportunity to work here?
I found out about it through a fellow student at my law school.
Yeah. And was he already working here? Was he an intern? What was the kind of the process there?
Yeah, she's an attorney at the law firm.
Nice. And what advice do you have for young students who are in college right now or maybe in law school to get ahead of their career in the law industry?
Keep an open mind, I think, would be the biggest thing. You never know what you might like. You might have an idea about something that you like and not realize that something you never thought about you might like even more.
Yeah. Did this particularly happen to you at any moment where you had a realization or a change in thought?
Yeah, I mean, this law firm does 9/11 victim compensation,
Wow.
which is an area of law a lot of people don't know is still going on.
Yeah.
So that's certainly not something, I didn't go to law school to set out to do that kind of law, but
Yeah.
I'm certainly happy to be doing that, helping the community.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I think, again, I've never personally heard of that kind of attorney either. So to do that is pretty cool. And then I guess what's one last piece of advice that you've heard, or what's the best piece of advice that you've personally ever received from a mentor or leader in the past?
I mean, never give up. It's a cliche, but you never know what might be right around the corner.
All right. Thank you so much. Anything else you want to share with the world?
Have a good time all the time. I stole that from Spinal Tap.
Have a good time all the time. You guys heard it here first. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So right now it's going well. We have 3 interviews. We probably asked at least 20 people so far. We're on the way to Wall Street right now to do more of these interviews, but we'll see how it goes. But we're trying our best. It's a 30-minute more walk. Trying to interview as many people as possible. But mid so far check-in, we've done 3. Asked maybe 20, 30 people. So keep going. See you guys soon. So what do you do and how long have you been doing it for?
About 6 months now, and I work for a law firm doing 9/11 claims.
Oh wow, we actually just spoke with a 9/11 attorney who actually works on those cases just now.
Probably somebody from my firm.
Stole that from Spinal Tap.
Sure, what exactly do you do?
Right now, I hunt down witnesses and get witness statements for verifying that people were down here at the exposure.
Oh wow. How did you get into a role like that?
Familiar with 9/11, and I also know the guy from the firm, the head of the firm.
Yeah, why is this a passionate topic for you?
Just being a New Yorker, also worked down here for many years myself, and we're a fire department family, so we were involved in a lot of that.
Yeah, well, thank you for your service on that. It's really appreciated. Thank you. What advice do you have for young college students or even a younger version of yourself to get into the career you are in right now?
Ooh, I don't know about that. I kind of fell into it just because of the circumstances.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of different backgrounds. So I was in the insurance industry for many years. I have my massage therapist license. I have my counseling license. So I don't know. Just try a few things until you find what really fits.
Ask you, what is the best advice you've ever received?
I think with everything's a people business.
Yeah.
So I think the people that you work with matter a lot. Find the right people. Find the right, you could learn the business, whatever it is. Find the right people.
How does someone maybe from a smaller school or a smaller background go out there and meet people to help change their life?
I think just be open.
Yeah.
Be open, be friendly. I guess it's always safe to go the regular route of, submitting your resume or whatever, but go the extra mile. I think people get remembered because they have a great smile or they could tell a good story or something like that.
Yeah.
So, extend yourself beyond just sending your resume or an application in somewhere.
Yeah. No, I agree. One piece of advice I always give to my clients is you want to connect with the person more than like the company or the recruiter, because if you connect with someone, they'll give you a referral, they'll get you a job or an internship, or just a chance to do something, right? And that's kind of the way in. But my last question for you is, what does success look like to you?
Success is being happy in whatever you do.
Yeah.
And my message to the world is, if more people were happy with what they do, they'd probably be a lot less stress around the world. So I guess they go hand in hand.
What do you do and how long have you been doing it for?
I'm in college, so I'm a college student, and I'm an intern as well.
Oh, nice. Where are you interning right now?
I'm interning at USHG and EHI.
And where do you go to school?
I go to MIT.
So for any student looking right now to get an internship in New York, what advice do you have to give to them?
Just talk to as many people as you can. Put yourself out there.
How did you get this internship?
Like I said, putting yourself out there, you got to email around. I'm not sure exactly how it works as much in other careers. I assume it's more formal. You got to apply, stuff like that. But here you can just write a bunch of people.
And what is your role? What kind of internship is this?
So before I was a private equity intern, and right now I'm on the finance team. So it's mainly accounting, stuff like that.
Okay. And how do you like working in private equity?
It was great. I want to do it full time. I'm just trying to get as much experience as possible. So yeah, it's awesome.
Congrats on getting an internship after your sophomore year. That's a really big deal. Yeah, man. And what's the best advice that you've ever received or gotten from a mentor or a person above you?
Funny you ask that. I just asked that question to someone else. Just be genuinely interested and, talk to as many people, like I was saying before, as you can. If nothing comes of it, then you just learn something, and sometimes opportunities will present themselves. You got to want it enough. So, you just got to figure out what you need to do to get the things that you want to do and just do them.
So what do you do and how long have you been doing it for?
I'm a dietitian, and I've been a dietitian for the past 3 years. Yeah, so I grew up in Italy, and we have a farm there, so we make our own olive oil and wine, and I miss it. I miss it.
Yeah.
So I would say, and then I fell in love with food, but I really wanted to know why we are what we eat, and so that's why I decided to study the science behind how the food affects our genes.
So what advice do you have for college students right now who are maybe in their bachelor's or in their master's on how to become a successful dietitian or career in general?
It's really hard now, guys. I mean,
yeah, it's tough.
Honestly, the market is kind of crazy. But I would say just if you have
what worked for you?
I've always been really consistent. I knew I wanted to be a dietitian when I was 16, and then since then my dream has never changed.
Yeah.
So and I made it work. And NYU has always been my dream school. I didn't get in for my undergrad. I got in for my master's.
Yeah.
And so just put it work in. It's gonna work out at the end.
And then I guess the last question I have for you is, if you had one message to the world about what you're about, what you love to share, or just success in general, what would that message be?
Trust the universe, and it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the universe has our back, as as long as we are true to our essence, to our inner wisdom, inner passions, it's gonna work out.
Yeah. What do you do and how long have you been doing it for?
Well, I'm in the financial markets and real estate.
Nice. So how did you get into that industry?
Money.
Money, that's a good one. How long, so you've been in this career for how long?
All my life, pretty much.
And did you go to a big school or a target school or a non-target school?
I went to school to become an architect originally,
Wow.
Institute of Design and Construction. And when I saw a bunch of my friends, making money in the neighborhood, I kind of switched career paths.
What do you do in real estate now?
Well, I buy and sell for clients predominantly, and on occasion I'll, flip a house.
Yeah. And how does someone who's in college or a young professional right now get into that kind of work?
Start early, stay late.
Start early, stay late. And then what's your advice to other students who maybe start off in architecture and want to maybe switch their career to something that they're more passionate about or want to chase more money?
Right. Try to find what you have passion for and stay with it through the thick and thin.
And then what's the best advice you've ever received from a mentor or a leader in the past?
There's a number of people that influenced me over the years. But, the number one bit of advice I can give is to stay true to yourself. So don't do it for anyone else.
Yeah.
Don't fake it. If something doesn't work, move on to something else. If you don't feel that passion anymore. They say nowadays people will change industries, not just jobs, several times.
Yeah.
And that certainly could be the case. The money will come, Try to find a niche or a service that people need and stay with it, Eventually the money will come.
What do you do and how long have you been doing it for?
I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for 17 years.
Wow, 17 years. Have you always been teaching in New York?
In New York, only 3 years.
Okay. So for someone who's in college right now and some advice to them about becoming a teacher and becoming a good one, what advice do you have for them?
It's a nice career. They should go for it.
Yeah.
Because many fear. There's nothing to fear about. Just be confident and go for your passion.
And last thing, if you have one piece of advice for the world to know on how they can be successful, what would that thing be?
Make a change. Be the change that people want.
Wow, awesome. What do you do and how long have you been doing it for?
I work in PR for restaurants, and I've been doing it 1.5 years now.
And what agency do you work for?
Hall PR. It's right over here.
Nice. And what advice do you have to someone in college who wants to have a career like yours, or at least get an internship to get started?
I would say message people you know, even if it's like people that you haven't seen in a long time, or even your friends' dads.
Okay.
I swear to God, email your friends' dads, find them on LinkedIn. I bet they work somewhere cool, and that's kind of how I did it.
And then if you have one last piece of advice for anyone who wants to be successful, what piece of advice would you have to give to the world?
I would say do as much as you possibly can. I was working 3 jobs at a time to try to be successful, to try to save up for whatever I wanted to do. So I would say do as much as you possibly can while you're young.
We had some great content. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share. Yeah. See you guys next time.